Welcome to the CARE 10 dashboard environment. In CARE, you are able to view and filter statistical data gathered from citations and crash reports. In this tutorial, you will learn the basics of CARE, including the layout, specific terms, and some simple functions. Once CARE is installed onto your computer, you'll find an icon that looks like a traffic light. Double-click that icon to open the program. A splash screen will be displayed as CARE loads the necessary files. The program will open to CARE Dashboard. We'll begin the lesson with the data ribbon. This is where you'll go to select the data set you want to use, as well as the filters that can be applied to each data set. In the first window, you will choose a particular set of data that has been downloaded and installed onto your local computer. For this lesson, we will use the crash data set. Next, we will want to apply a filter. Filter is a term used to describe a subset. Applying a filter reduces the viewable records into a subset of all records. Filters determine what will be displayed. What is displayed from a filter is a subset. The calendar tool will allow you to select a specific date range for the data that is displayed in the subset. Above the data ribbon is the menu bar. It contains many tools we can use to manipulate and view the data. However, in this lesson, we will just be looking at the File option. When we click on File, it opens a menu. From File, we want to click on Variable Names and Codes, and then on Search. This opens the Search Variable Names and Codes window. We can use this window to search for particular terms used in the selected data set. The left side of the window contains a list of variables. These are the category names. On the right side is a list of codes. These are values from each category. On the bottom, there's a window to allow you to search for terms. For this example, I'm going to search for the term Baldwin. Notice that some of the green dots next to the variables turn to arrows. This indicates that the variable contains the term we are looking for. If we click on the variable with the arrow, the associated codes are displayed on the right. The term we searched for is highlighted in red. The areas below the data ribbon are referred to as the frequency frames. The data contained in each of the 4 quadrants can be changed according to what you want displayed and how you want to display it. Notice that you have a selection of variables for each frame. Let's select a variable and see how it changes the data in each chart. We can also change the chart type according to the variable we selected. Note that some of the charts are not going to display correctly, depending on the amount of variable codes and the name of the variable codes. The filter icon in each quadrant allows us to choose a code and create a filter from the selection. Multiple codes can be selected for a single filter. When we click on the filter icon, it opens a window and allows us to name our filter. After we name it, click on Make this filter. CARE will ask you to confirm. Click OK. The filter is then automatically applied to the frequency frame. Remember, this option is only available when the chart type is selected. If we go back to the data ribbon and expand the list of filters, you will see the filter we just created is listed there. Let's click on All Records to remove the filter. Choosing the printer icon allows you to print the data table as well as the displayed chart type. For example, if you are looking at a bar chart, this function will print the bar chart as well as the data table. Clicking on the Save icon will save the frequency frame variables used and chart types, so these will be displayed as defaults next time you open Move. Back on the data ribbon, there are other predefined filters available to use, other than the ones created from the frames area. When we go to the filters list and click on a folder, we can see that it opens a list of other available filters that can be applied. If we click on the folder again, it collapses the folder. From this list, let's select the fatalities filter. When we choose a filter, it changes the data in the frequency frames. Now all records shown involve a fatal crash. Now click on the funnel icon next to the list of filters. This is the filter logic funnel. This opens a window that displays the logic being applied. Logic tree is a commonly used view for interpreting logic through a hierarchy for stacking and combining variables and codes. Clicking on the Logic Text tab opens another commonly used view for interpreting logic written in a sentence structure, incorporating grouped variables and codes within parentheses. The Calendar tool allows you to filter the date range of the data set you are working with. It allows you to use the entire date range of the data set or a more specific date range. If we click on the Calendar button, click on Year, and choose a single year, the data on the charts changes to reflect the selected date range. Let's go back and choose Custom Date Range. Notice it unlocks the date controllers. Let's choose a 6-month date range. The dates will zoom out when you select the title area and zoom in when you click on the main window. The data changes in the frequency frames as we modify the dates. Now, let's reset the dashboard to its default settings. First, we'll go to the Calendar tool and select All Dates. Next, we'll go to the Filter tool and select All Records to remove the Fatalities filter. This concludes the CARE 10 dashboard tutorial. I hope this gave you some basic information about the CARE 10 dashboard. If you need further information regarding CARE or have any questions, please contact us at 1-866-349-CARE or email us at care@cs.ua.edu. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for taking the time to view this tutorial.